Hi ladies and gents, Pond here with another video for Rise of Empires, Ice and Fire. Thank you so much for your previous likes, comments and subscriptions to the channel. If you haven't subscribed already, why not click on that button and ring the bell so you can get notifications of whenever I'm dropping content on the channel. And now on to a little special announcement for everyone watching. So the reason that I've had a lot of big reduction in the content that I'm producing on the channel is that Baby Pond is finally with us. She arrived at 3 AM on Sunday the 11th of July and both Mrs. Pond and Baby Pond are doing well. We have named her Mara, M-A-R-A. And so obviously having a 5-day-old daughter in the house is restricting both my gameplay and also my ability to record videos and respond to comments on the channel. So I'm really appreciate everyone's patience with this. I'm hoping now that this week is out the way and we're a little bit more settled, we'll be able to kind of get on with more stuff. And hopefully Baby Pond will make an appearance in a live stream or just in a video once she's a bit more settled in the near future. So now on to the topic of this video, and we are about halfway through our first season of Eden Conflict, and I wanted to kind of just do a video to kind of review how it's going on map 6 for us, and also just talk about some of the kind of strategies and things that you want to think about for those of you particularly either in Eden Conflict or for those of you that are going to have it coming up in your gameplay as you progress through your Rise of Empires journey in the coming months. So as you can see, we've got another 3.5 weeks until tally week, so we are pretty much bang on in the middle of the season. My season's pretty standard. I've been pushing, I'm up to 7,500 occupation value. I'm taking level 15s. Territory wise, so like with map 6, we have a few big hitters such as TUS, VIP and TIA on the map, but I've been around the top 50, 60 in the influence rankings generally. I've got nearly all level 15 tiles, so in a couple of days I'll be able to upgrade those to level 16. So that's all going nicely. Working my way through the seasonal quests, of course, just as you normally would. Nothing different there. We've got the guild missions being completed each week as well. In terms of season rewards, so our guild has already reached sorry, not season rewards, development rewards. Guild has already reached level 50. We're at max capacity, so we are over the level 40 threshold to unlock these rewards at the end of the season. By the way, just got some nice new icons on the honor coins, which is quite nice with the dragon. And then personal achievement, I'm racking up the points, basically 12,800 points. So I've nearly got my 15,000 points to get the top level rewards again. Of course, if you get that top level reward, that's going to give you the top X selectable legendary recruitment voucher. So you can hopefully get yourself a chance of getting the top level heroes that are available. So that takes us on nicely to the latest heroes. So you would have seen in my recruitment videos, I didn't actually go for either of these latest heroes, Scarlet Reaver and the Edolan. Now, in terms of on our map, Scarlet Reaver, back row footman hero, I haven't seen her in use at all. And the same goes for the Edolan. I did say in kind of my reviews, my initial reviews of these heroes, like they're not top level heroes, particularly on an Eden map where you're having to use cavalry heroes a lot of the time because it's all about that marching speed to get to the tiles. So these have not been in active combat a lot. I haven't actually seen, I've been on quite a few tile fights in the past 3 weeks and I haven't seen anyone using these heroes. So for those of you thinking ahead, I really would suggest, as I've said before, that your SX6 heroes are really important, Warden and Warhammer, and then potentially it is going to be both of these SX8 heroes that are going to be coming up for us in about it's going to be 2 months time. They are going to be the heroes. You could probably just skip the, if you're not a top spender, you can just skip these SX7 heroes. I really don't rate them that highly when you look at Eden gameplay. Maybe if you're looking at, you just want to have every single hero, then okay. And maybe, you know, for instance, Scarlet Reaver would work nicely in a mixed legions if you're a top spender and you've got multiple sets of dragon gear. Otherwise, I wouldn't worry too much about them. In terms of me personally, so I've got 5 pieces of dragon gear now on my class legion. I'm just waiting to finish the boots, and I'm need about 27,000 more super dragonite. So I am getting 1,500 a day through the Royal Prestige package. So I should be getting that finished very soon. Hopefully, that's the plan. In terms of T10, so obviously we had this big release of T10 into the game last week or a week and a half ago, and everyone was going nuts about it. Again, even the super spenders on our map, I haven't seen them using full T10 legions. Certainly not when they're up against me. Maybe, as I suggested before, they're going to wait for specific scenarios, either in, say, a throne battle in Clash of Province, or when you're going to need your T10 for a strategic battle on an Eden map. That's most likely when people are going to use them. That's my thoughts on it. Have I done much of the Lofty Warrior research? I've done a little bit. As I've said before, for me, it was the important thing was to focus on HP. So you can max Full Metal Jacket without having to increase your previous levels beyond the 5 out of 10. And so that's given me a HP boost to all units. So for just a quick tip, I would definitely max that. And then Heavy Rider is going to boost your cavalry HP as well. So I am working on that as I collect my war badges. War badges, for me, I have VIP shop unlocked as well. I can get war badges from the items section. It's not every day, but they do pop up a couple of times a week. I haven't noticed the specific days, sorry. But that is just a quick chat on those kind of elements, the heroes, T10, and for me, again, having multiple sets of Dragon Master gear is going to be probably have a bigger impact on your ability to be a top level player than having these T10 troops just because they're restricted. Let's have a think about the conflict map. So as I've said before, we're on map 6. It's not the most populated map, to be honest, in this Eden season. I know that some other maps are very, very busy, very multiple strong guilds on them, and it is 24/7 fighting, and even just fighting for a single structure is really can be a real challenge with 3 or 4 guilds going for it. If you look at our map, it's actually pretty quiet. We do have North faction, which is where we are. We have taken 2 capitals, one of the center capitals there, and then we've taken TIA. We've taken this capital here. What we've seen in our map is that tile battles and actually gaining control of the land has been the key element to this map. We've actually now we've got majority control of the central area, the temple area, and we're hoping we're going to take the temple really very soon. When you're kind of planning out your season, I think at the very beginning, obviously we've got these new buildings this season, the strongholds. Initially, taking those strongholds are key so that you can merge your players throughout the faction. You can actually get your different guilds moving about freely throughout your side of the map, and then potentially the center of the map. Really, most of the battles that we've had have been in the center of the map. Obviously, your continent gates are going to be really important. You don't want your opponent, the other faction, getting into your territory. So there are I feel with conflict, there's a lot more kind of strategic elements to it in terms of what you're holding, what you're trying to achieve. Because unlike the previous seasons where you have to go for this 2,000 occupation value to be the winners, and it's more just on the guild base, with the faction reward, even if you have 10 points more than the other faction, then you're going to be the winners, and that will have a significant impact on all the other rewards that you can get. And the other thing to think about is, obviously, again, in terms of the rankings, you're not having to chase 2,000 points. If you're in the top guild for your side, so you can see VIP and TUS are top on the south list, and TIA are top in the north list. I have joined TIA, by the way. All the top kind of players on our side in our faction, or most of the players, we are kind of all merged into TIA, and then T51 and DIC have kind of merged together, other players there, and then we've got WWF as well. So, and you can see that our occupation values are not huge. So you don't really have to worry about that as long as you've got an agreement with your faction who's going to be ranked 1, 2, and 3. Then you don't have to worry so much about it. And you can see actually in terms of activity, see only 15 guilds in the whole of the north, and actually out of those only 8 have got any points. And of course it's only the top 10 ranked that will actually receive any rewards. So our season is going very nicely. Now when we talk about, again, I've touched on about strategy. So what's really important here in the game? Well, obviously your faction occupation value is kind of the biggest thing that you want to be focused on for the season. Now, there aren't actually many structures on this map that are going to impact on that. So level 4 towns do have an impact. So let's just go to North Sector level 4 and then click on the view, and you can see faction occupation value is 50 points. That's for a level 4 town. And then we've also got the capitals. So capitals give you, oh, haven't quite clicked on it. Capitals give you 300 points for your faction occupation value. So that's why as a North faction we've taken 2 capitals and we're up to 600 points. And then the most important, of course, is the central structure, is the ancient temple, and of course this is going to be, if I can actually click on it, 800 points for your faction occupation value. So that it makes a huge difference. You can take the temple once and it will give you the same amount of points as if you're taking 16 level 4 towns. So, you know, the temple is absolutely key, as I say. And for those of you going into conflict, that's kind of hopefully in the future you can kind of pre-plan what your strategy is going to be based on like this information in terms of where the faction occupation value points are available on the Eden map. Now, a couple of things I want to talk about just in terms of general gameplay for Eden. Again, Dragon Master gear is really, really important, at least for your class Legion, just so you've got that strong Legion to either garrison tiles or attack tiles. Your safety, so being, you know, building your teleports behind in different map zones as you attack into the next zone. You can see that all of us here are hugging the map, and then we're moving our troops attacking into this map. So we can't actually be attacked directly and fallen, because we've had a few players in our guild where on multiple occasions, if you go kind of on the front line, so to speak, you really need to be an active player who is going to either be online most of the time, or you're sensible enough that you're only going to be offline when you're shielded for those 8 hours where you're shielded, because it can be so frustrating when players are actually on the front line, they're in the middle of the battle, and then they've got the opponent tiling towards them, they get fallen, and then they're stuck there. And obviously you can clear all of the peripheral tiles around that castle, but if it's fallen for 24 hours, then your opponent can still start making tiles from that castle, and you're draining your resources of your your fellow players in your faction while they're trying to like protect the area around your castle. So I would suggest, please think about who you want to be your frontline players. Usually they've got to be your strongest, the players that have got hundreds and hundreds of million of power. Now, thinking about that as well, I mean, I haven't gone too gung-ho. I've gone with the kind of long-haul approach. I started the season with just around 250 million power. You can see I'm down to 185 million. In fact, I've just had a bit of power come back now, so we can heal some more. Obviously, it is tougher this season with, you can see 8.9 million troops I've got need healing. It is tougher with the fact that now you're not getting the quick healing for enhanced troops, so that ability obviously that advantage is gone. But I know a lot of people, I would still obviously make as many enhanced troops as you can, because the stronger your stats, the more chance you're going to have of winning battles. And to a point, it is purely a numbers game, because if you think about it, everyone has a finite amount of troops. I know some of the super spenders will be able to buy healing potions and all that, but really it is down to numbers. And like, for instance, for us in TIA, we've got a super Pam Pam who had nearly a 1G of power at the start of this season. She's still got 540 million. she could just basically whittle down opponents who even they could start with 400 million. Well, numbers, that's numbers. You know, she's a super strong account, and you just can't, at the end of the day, if you've got more troops that are going to last longer in battles, then you're going to win the season, because you can, if everyone has got, you know, base camps full of troops, there's not a lot you can do there. So I think you need to be clever as well in how you use your troops. Don't send your troops marching to attack a garrison tile when it's like, you know, as we know, with the more than 150 kilometers away, because by the time it gets there, your will is 0. You're losing 70% minus 70% damage, and actually, even if you're a strong legion, you can be losing that battle and losing troops. So you need to be smart in terms of where you pitch your battles as well, guys, and how you use your troops. That would be my top tips in terms of that. So that's kind of where we're at in terms of this season. I hope you've found the points that I've talked about in this video helpful. Of course, if you have any questions, please do pop it in the comment section below, and if I don't get back to you, I'm sure someone else will. And if you have liked this video, then please do click on that like button, and if you could please share my video, this video and my channel in your online chat, province chat, and through Line, WhatsApp, Viber, Discord, whatever you use to communicate with your fellow players in the game, that would be very much appreciated. That's it for now. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to check out, for you spenders, why not check out Huawei AppGallery and see what offers and coupons they have available. Join their Discord as well for more information on when they're doing offers, and just save yourself a few pounds or dollars there. That's it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.